What is going on, YouTube? In this video, I'll be counting down the top 5 WWE superstars that should return. And let me just say that I still don't watch WWE anymore, but I do keep in touch with it, and I'm anxious to make this video just to give a little tribute to my loyal fans. So, in this video, I'm going to be counting down the top 5 superstars that I believe should return. And when I mean this, I mean they have to be not signed to the WWE. So if they're like signed and they're injured or they're just not showing up, that doesn't count. Like return of a gimmick, like Stardust returning as Cody Rhodes, doesn't count, although that would be awesome. And I'm also going to be going like over like the possibility returnings. Like if they're retired, then I'm not going to include them. Like Christian and Kurt Angle have announced their retirements, so that's not gonna. I wouldn't put them on the list. So yeah, and also I'll. If there's something that I believe that like there's like no possibility of happening, like Punk coming back, then I will not include that. So I don't want to waste more time in the video, so let me do top 5 WWE superstars that I believe should return. Number 5, which is kicking off this list, is Mr. Kennedy. Mr. Kennedy was a great wrestler. I thought he was very great in the ring. I liked him as a wrestler. He was really good. But one of my favorite parts about him was actually his skills on the mic. I loved his skills on the mic. They were great. I love how he always that like the microphone drop or whatever. That was pretty cool. And yeah, I just think he was a really good wrestler. He was entertaining. I personally think you guys might not view him as entertaining, but I certainly do. And yeah, he had a great personality. Had a lot to him, and yeah, just loved his moveset too. And he's currently working on TNA right now, I think. Last time I checked, and yeah, the reason he is a little higher on this list is because there's not that much of a possibility, and I just like some of the other superstars that are in the better parts of this list. So yeah, he's a pretty good wrestler, and I would definitely love to see him back again. Number 4 is the high flyer John Morrison. John Morrison was in the WWE during 2011, and I watched WWE in 2011. That's actually when I started watching it. He was in the WWE then, and he was a really good wrestler. I think he was great. Although he's not that well on the mic, I think he's just so entertaining. Like, all his moves make up for, like, that stupid mic, like, being good on the mic or whatever. It's just, his moveset is so awesome, and he's so creative as a wrestler, and that's something that I always like to see. Entertainment. I like to see flying moves, and that's pretty much what all wrestling is about. Like, I mean, sure, you have to have mic skills, but, like, that is another very, very important thing that you need to have. You need to be entertaining. You need to impress your audience by producing really awesome and creative moves. So I think he was a great wrestler. His music was awesome, and I definitely would like to see him back. Number 3 is Rob Van Dam. Rob Van Dam is awesome. I love Rob Van Dam. He's a great wrestler. It was really exciting to see him back last year because I had finally got back into WWE last year, and it was so great to see him, and I loved him. But as a wrestler, and then he actually quit, which I found out a little, I think last year, yeah. And he actually quit and went back to the Indies or whatever, back to another league, and it was kind of disappointing because I love Rob Van Dam. He's like a really good wrestler. He's like really, really good, and he's God, his wrestling moves are just amazing. Like the 5-star frog splash, the rolling thunder. He's just an amazing wrestler, very creative, like John Morrison. And I just liked him because he was like awesome, and he was hardcore. He was really awesome, so it was really disappointing to see him leave. But honestly, I think it was for the better because Vince McMahon didn't really give him a push at any point. I mean, he was in the heavyweight championship spot for a while, but that was like nothing. They didn't really care about that anymore. So yeah, I'd really like to see him back. I don't think the possibilities of it happening will not be soon, and maybe like in the future. But I love Rob Van Dam. So yeah. Number 2 is Batista. I really like Batista as a wrestler. I thought he was great. I think he was very powerful. He was a great power. He was always very interesting when he was a heel or a face, and I just liked his character. It was just really cool, and he's kind of like that security guard guy, but was still talented in the ring. Yeah. He was a very interesting wrestler. I really liked his mic skills. I mean, sometimes he didn't use it, but it was awesome because he didn't like need to use it, but like sometimes he could. I mean, he could just act very silent, which did work for him. But yeah, I really liked him. He just had like so many awesome feuds, and he really he was just really great as a wrestler, and he was very interesting. And he like set like a standpoint that was just so awesome. It was really disappointing to see him leave last year as he quit again. Honestly, probably the best for him. I don't think there's much of a possibility for him coming back, but since he's one of my favorite wrestlers, I just decided to put him in this list. And he didn't quit entirely yet. He's currently working on films such as Spectre, which is already finished, and I saw the movie, and he did great in it, so good for him, going back to Hollywood and whatever. Good for him, but I just loved him as a wrestler, and he was a great heel or face. So yeah, sad Batista's left, but would like to see him return. Maybe just one last run? Just one last run. Yeah. This is going to put a shocker on everyone's faces. I know everyone's going to freak out. Ted DiBiase Jr.? Nobody really cares about him. He's not as good as his father. No, I actually think Ted DiBiase is a very, very good wrestler. I think he's possibly the most underrated superstar of all time, in my opinion. See, this is my opinion, not yours. I love Ted DiBiase. I remember 2011 when he turned face on Cody Rhodes, and it was just great. I loved him as a superstar from then. Here, look, I think he's a great wrestler in the ring. I think he's a really good wrestler in the ring, and like, I just like love his personality of having all the money and stuff like that. Could have been used very well. Unfortunately, WWE, they didn't handle it that well. But this is what I would like to happen if he would return, because I like him as a wrestler, and that's the most important thing. But him returning, you'd need some criteria. So I think he should come back as a Paul Heyman guy, or somehow like come back and then eventually become a Paul Heyman guy, because I think Paul Heyman could really boost his character, and then Ted DiBiase can come out there with like money all the time, like showing off, and like since he's not like the best on the mic. I mean, I think he's pretty good on the mic, but they don't use him on the mic properly. So I think you can have Paul Heyman step in there for him and be and he can be a Paul Heyman guy, and it would be really awesome. Yeah, I think he's just a great talent. He's a great superstar. I just like his character. I don't know. It's surprising to people, but that's just me. So I think Paul Heyman could really boost his character, and I would love to see him as a top star. I mean, he has like the right looks, and he has the right gimmick. He has the right mic skills, which is unfortunately not used, so Paul Heyman could step in there. Ted DiBiase did leave WWE, and he said that he wasn't going to leave forever. He said there is a possibility that I could return. I mean, I'm not sure about this, but yeah. I honestly think Ted DiBiase is having, I really respect him as a guy, because I heard he's really nice, and he just looks nice, and he is a father, and yeah, it's really great that he's sacrificing WWE to become a father, because he has kids now, and he's a really great man, and I would just love to see him back. So yeah, but I want him to enjoy his life. If he doesn't want to come back, then that's his stuff. So yeah, that's all I gotta say. I really hope you enjoyed this video. Please let me know if you enjoyed this video, because if you did, I might start making videos again, just for you guys. I don't know. I think it'll be pretty fun. So this is like my first video in like a long time. That's actually like a video. So yeah, bye.